Today we're going to talk about paints. Basically, there's different types of paints for different applications, but to start it off, let's talk about primer. This is a real common one. It kills. You can use this for interior or exterior painting, but pretty much anytime you're going to paint, especially on like bare wood or anything that hasn't been painted before, you want to primer it. If it's been painted before with a semi-gloss and you're painting over that, you're going to want to primer it usually. And so primer comes in a lot, or if you're painting over a dark surface and you're going to a lighter color, usually you want to primer it first and then go with the color that you're going to be using. So primer, we're always using primer. It's very common. You want to use it if you can so there you go. Next, we're going to talk about the different types of paints. So you have right here, this is a semi-gloss. Okay, it says right here, exterior semi-gloss enamel. So this is a latex paint. Okay, all these are latex paints, all this. But there is oil-based paints and stuff, but normally for residential stuff, even commercial stuff, it's all usually latex paints. It's this type of paint. This is Behr Marquee, which is a really high-grade paint, but you know, there's also different types of Behr, and they're all good paints. You know, there's also other brands, Glidden, and just lots of different brands, Valspar. You know, they're all good for you know, depending on what you're doing. But this is one of the best, but it's not cheap. But you don't need to use this type. My point is in this video are explaining more like semi-gloss. This one is a satin, okay, and this is a flat paint. And the reason they're different, the semi-gloss has a sheen to it. It has a shine to it, right? Where it's glossy. So when it's like that, you can wipe it with a towel and water and clean the walls. Whereas if it's a flat, you don't want to, see right here it says exterior flat. These are all exterior paints, but it might say interior flat if you're doing it inside the house or something, right? So they have interior semi-gloss, interior satin, interior flat, or exterior if you're doing it outside. But basically the idea is if it's semi-gloss, you can clean it, okay? If it's a flat, you can't clean it. If it's a satin, satin still has a shine to it and you can still clean this. So the idea is normally, not always, but normally you paint your house with a flat paint. And in the kitchens and bathrooms, you would use either a semi-gloss or a satin. Okay, so semi-gloss, you can really clean it good. It has a harder, you know, it won't get messed up. It's easy. Satin, you can also clean, but it's not quite as shiny. But it might not clean as easy as a semi-gloss. Okay, but with a flat, you can't really clean it. You just have to repaint it. But here's the advantage of a flat. You don't have to primer it before you repaint it. So with a satin or a semi-gloss, you're gonna want to primer or use some sort of product that's gonna take off the shine and allow the new paint to adhere. And so for that, normally we just use a primer. But so that's that. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what paints to use and for what. All right, so see you guys on the next one. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.